All right. Thank you once again to everybody that's tuned into my channel today. As I've previously said with my previous interviews, I am in the process of interviewing some very successful jewelry designers in the South African jewelry industry right now. And my focus for this month, seeing that it is Women's Month, is focusing on successful women in the jewelry industry. And my guest today, it gives me great pleasure to introduce her. It's Nontando Molefe. She runs. If you have a look at her social media page and you have a look at her website, which blew me away the first time I saw it, runs a very successful jewelry company by the name of Phatsima Jewellery Designs. And
yes.
Having a look at what work you've done previously and the work you're continuing to do, and doing work for some celebrities, I've also had a look at. It shows a really high level of craftsmanship, and I think that's the one thing I picked up from the work that I'm seeing from Phatsima Jewellery Design. So I'd like to welcome you onto my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for taking the time out to do this.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your channel.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so just for people that might not know who you are, could you please tell us a little bit about your business and what it is you specialize in?
Okay, well, I'm the founder of Phatsima Jewellery Designs, and we specialize in custom-made jewelry. So we work with sterling silver, gold, platinum, diamonds, and gemstones. We design a lot of wedding rings and engagement rings for couples that are getting married, and we sit down with them and we take them through the whole process of having their rings designed. And for us, it's very important giving each client that personal experience and service, right, instead of them settling for something that is from another country or from China. Or everybody is different. Everybody wants their own special, unique ring. Right. So that's what we specialize mostly in. And we also do corporate gifting, and as well as unique pieces. It depends. Like last year we did a piece for a king. And so anything jewelry related and gold and diamonds related, basically, we do. Yes.
Okay. Can you give us more detail about that piece that you did for the king, or is it confidential?
It is confidential.
Okay.
I can maybe, it is confidential, but I can explain maybe what it is.
Okay.
But we designed a staff stick that kings carry, which was made in gold and opals with diamonds and sapphires.
Wow, jeez, I didn't expect that. That's quite something. All right, so royalty has also come knocking. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so of all the businesses that you could have started, why did you decide to go into jewelry specifically?
I fell in love with jewelry from a very young age, and just in terms of my background, I come from a very artistic background. So I've got an uncle that is an artist, my brother's a musician, my sister owns her own bespoke framing company where they do art preservations, and so my family is very creative. My mother was on Ipindombi. She was a fashion designer. She was also and my father. So I think if it was not for jewelry, I was going to end up in some sort of creative industry. So I just so happened to fall in love with jewelry designing from an early age, from grade 10. I went to the National School of the Arts, and mainly because I found out that they had jewelry designing there as one of the subjects, as one of the extra subjects. So after then, in realizing that I had so much interest in the craft, I then went on to study at the University of Johannesburg for jewelry design and manufacturing. I excelled there. I fell in love even more with the craft, with the industry. And that's where it all started.
Which year were you at UJ? Because I also went to UJ, 2007.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I was first year 2007. And
I graduated 2006, I think.
Oh, so okay, that's why I
So
would.
like, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So you came right after me.
Okay, so as soon as you graduated, I came in the following year. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So clearly UJ has some sort of talent that it produces, which is great. Okay, cool. So what would you say sets your business apart from any other jewelry business that there is?
Well, what sets us apart is that if we compare to a lot of other local jewelers that are doing high-end pieces, we manufacture all our pieces locally, and we specialize in custom design. We don't import rings and pieces from different parts of the country like most of the big retailers do. We focus more on each individual and giving them their own unique piece, especially with the wedding rings. So for example, if you know that your ring has something very simple like a specific little twist to the design that it might be a common design, but there'll be a little element that just sets the ring apart from every other design, or have an engraving, then once that ring has that little engraving on it with your name, you're the only person with a ring of such in the whole entire world. So just giving each person that personal touch of the jewelry is what mainly really sets us apart.
Okay.
And I believe that each person is different. We hardly even repeat designs in all the years that I have actually been trading, and it's just so amazing how each person is different, especially with the ladies' rings. Everyone is always wanting something completely different from the next person, and
you're able to push your creativity that way. It does help that. I did see, I obviously, as I say, I've gone through your social media and your website, and the thing that I do like the most is the section where it shows people the steps of how they can go about kind of how they work with you, how going from the designing all the way up until the final product. I can see that you do have that individual touch that you give to your clients, which I think is quite an important thing. And anyone that's watching this right now can kind of grab that little nugget, that if you can give your client that individual attention, I think it'll grow your relationship with your client, and they'll keep coming back for more, which I think is important. Okay.
Most definitely.
No, that's cool. Again, as I was saying earlier in my introduction, we are currently now it's Women's Month, and my next few questions are going to be focused specifically on you being a woman in the industry, just to give some emphasis on that. So how would you describe being a woman in the jewelry industry today?
When I first started, it was tough, and especially when I first started working for other companies in the industry, I realized that there was a lot of people discouraging, especially women, to be in the industry, because I don't understand why. And even in the manufacturing side, a lot of people would think, but you're a woman, are you sure you can do this? This is very technical and hard labor, and all of that. And I loved manufacturing so much. I didn't see anything wrong. I've never really realized the physical strain of it until I was pregnant with my first daughter. And all of a sudden I couldn't roll. I had to call somebody. Just something simple as rolling became so difficult. I was like, wow, okay. I didn't know it was so difficult. All of a sudden my tummy was pulling, so it's like little challenges like that you face as a woman. And also a lot of people knowing that it's a male-dominated industry. There's that stigma. I think that it has changed now. It's a little bit better. When I started in 2010, there wasn't that much women in the industry. And so that was difficult, but I had to just soldier on and follow my dreams, and just seek inspiration from other businesswomen who are doing well in the industry and just in business at large.
Business
Yeah.
Okay. And it's, as you said, it's subsequently gotten a lot easier, and you, I'm assuming people aren't as, is the word judgmental, or maybe not trusting in the work that you can do as much as they were before, especially because you do have a proven track record. So I'm assuming it does make it a bit easier to convince someone, no, look, I can actually do this job. So, you know, let's go for it. Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes, I think the longer you are in the street, the longer you are in the industry, and the longer your business is, the older your business is, the more trust you get from clients and even from the industry itself. When I started, a lot of people, some clients used to judge me because I was young. I was like 23. So they were like, but you're so small. Are you sure you can do this? You know? That was my challenge then. But now at least I don't get that. They see like the journey that the company has been through and the work that we've done. Yeah.
Awesome. That's lovely. So there's been some emphasis put on the development of Black women by the South African government, over the last couple of years. Would you say that as a woman in the South African jewelry industry, and in business in general, would you say that you have benefited from any initiatives from the government?
Well, since I've started my company, I've never had any cash injection onto the company from the government. Okay. Whatever I have made, I've invested back in the industry. Nice. But I have been really fortunate to be supported by the DTI and CEDA for exhibitions. So I've done some international exhibitions through them. So that's the support that I received from the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that include? I saw you were in New York last year.
Yes.
Was DTI part of it?
Yeah. So the jury, I'm part of the Jury Council of South Africa. So every now and then they will send out applications for jewelers to attend, and then they'll choose the top 20 jewelers to go and represent the South Africa Pavilion in the international jewelry exhibitions, where different people, different companies from all parts of the world come and showcase their brands, and buyers from different parts of the world come and source for their shops. Yeah.
Sure. That if you manage to land a client from one of those, I'm sure that's, work forever. You'll work for a long time. That's amazing.
It's a bit tough at first. So I've done a few countries. So I've been to Paris, we've been to Hong Kong, we've been to New York and Miami. But the first two are always rocky because you're still learning about how everything works and how the international market is and all of that. So, but now, we've got the hang of it.
We've got the hang of it.